the planet Earth at all costs. We are under the attack of an orbiting probe.
Notify all stations. Starfleet emergency, red alert.
Earth is on the edge of destruction.
We cannot survive unless a way can be found to respond to the probe.
The key to saving the future
Spock, you're talking about the end of every life on Earth.
can be found only in the past.
We're going to attempt time travel. Sulu, take us home.
These are the voyages of the crew of the Starship Enterprise.
Judging by the pollution content of the atmosphere, I believe we have arrived at the latter half of the 20th century.
Stardate 1986.
San Francisco. Our own world is waiting for us to save it.
They have 24 hours
Everybody remember where we parked. Break up.
to complete their mission.
You look like a cadet review.
We will beam in tonight, collect the photons, and beam out.
I want you all to be very careful.
Without being discovered.
We have an intruder.
All right, who are you?
You're not exactly catching us at our best.
That much is certain.
This is an extremely primitive and paranoid culture.
What does it mean, exact change?
Many of their customs will doubtless take us by surprise.
We're ready for beam out.
My transporter power is down to minimal. I got to bring you in one at a time.
You're from outer space.
No, I'm from Iowa. I only work in outer space. Let's do our job and get out of here.
Freeze! Take off, can you hear me? Freeze! I've lost it.
Who are you? Admiral Clark! I'm coming with you.
You can't. Our next stop is the 23rd century.
Full power now, sir.
Shields at maximum.
Steady. Hold on tight, lassie.
Can we make breakaway speed?
That's all I can give you.
Book 8. Good. Book 9.
Now!
Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home.
Key numbers in the NFL are 3, 7, 10, and 14.
You know how we do in Detroit, son? We do nothing but win. Ready
I'm ready.
to bite some kneecaps. Ah! Who's got it better than we do?
Nobody. It's a close game.
The Taylor Heineke life. Yeah.
I love this pick. Tampa has been overrated all season long, and the people who make the books are still on this. They got blown out by Blake Purdy. Can Justin Jefferson be stopped? I don't know.
If you want to be part of the show. Hey, Taker's a Bills fan, though, so.
He is a Bills fan. Josh Allen's a boyfriend. The spread's the way to go. You just have to know how to bet it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another season of Math versus... That's way we're going there. Smash. This guy. There it is. We're on this side. There he is.
Let's go, baby. Woo! All we do is win.
We started in honor of our 4th season with Dan's favorite film, Star Trek: The Voyage Home.
Not at all. Not at all.
Smash his favorite Star Trek film.
It's probably at the bottom.
I love that movie, and I thought it was a great way. The voyage home. We're home. We're home.
We're
back
home.
again.
We're back. We're back. Season 4. Back from vacation. Got our picks. Got our preview of the season.
I think
it's gonna be a good season.
It should be a great season. All right, we're just gonna get started right off the bat here, and we got Smash here has pulled up our predictions for the year. So we're gonna go through each piece here. We'll probably start with the divisions, and then we'll go to Super Bowl, and then probably to awards, just because all that will make sense.
For sure.
So do we start at the North then, or do we leave that for
last? Last. We'll start right to left. We'll start with the AFC West.
All right. So we were talking about this run relatively amount as before we started, and as you saw in the new intro, with 2 new clips in it, the Chargers intro was in there. So who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Who's got it better than us? I can't believe I had to wear that.
So I got it today.
Boo.
Even I was watching.
We were talking before the show, and I actually think that the Chargers might really push the Chiefs this year. I don't think that's impossible. I mean, you got a good point with the left tackle thing, so I'll let you go ahead with that. But
yeah, so the big loss for the Chargers going into the season is Rashawn Slater. There's a lot of advanced statistics that basically say the offense was very bad without him last year. They did move Joe Alt out to left tackle, so now the right tackle spot is a little weaker. Next man up with Jim Harbaugh. I just thinking that tough a division, I think it's all inches here. And the Chargers, I think, just might be edged out by the Broncos a little bit. The Raiders are improved. Broncos are probably better. And the Chiefs' offense is probably better than last year, right? I mean, that offense was pretty bad.
I don't know. So my thoughts where the Chiefs are finally going to be old enough where they're going to struggle. At some point, although, it never happened to the Patriots, I guess, at some point the dynasty has to come to an end. I just don't think it's this season.
Or just retool. I mean, that was the thing with the Patriots is that Brady was always kind of the through point, right? Like, what stops the Chiefs next year from getting the best receiver in the NFL and pulling Randy Moss?
Ryan's already jumping in. We're not there yet. We're going to do NFC North last, Ryan. Then you can have your say.
We inverted it. But, is it NFL rigged? Did you hear the news today?
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's forever love story starts now. The couple confirms they're engaged after 2 years.
NFL rigged. Super Bowl. Taylor Swift's performing.
No way.
She's currently number 1 on the offshore books. They have her at almost like an even odds to be the performer. It's like, and then Sabrina Carpenter's like 10-1. Oasis, now that they're back together, there's talk they might do it.
That'd be I love Oasis. That'd be a boring Super Bowl halftime show.
So we'll see. But that's the joke around there is that the Chiefs are rigged because of the engagement. But
that's my standings. The team that I think could surprise, I think the Chargers could win it instead of the Chiefs. But no matter what, I think the Raiders finish dead last in probably the second toughest division in the AFC.
Even with Geno and Pete Carroll, you're saying they're going to finish last?
Yeah, I don't like. How do you? Okay, even so, MCDC comes into Detroit, right? First season, wins 3 games, right? Like, I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I don't see it. The Broncos are going to be really good. The Chargers are going to be really good. The Chiefs are always going to be really good. I don't see it. I like Pete Carroll, NFL Pete Carroll. I actually like. NCAA Pete Carroll I don't like, but NFL Pete Carroll I like, and I just don't think that's going to be enough just to turn that shipper out of one season. So, well, who's your surprise?
I mean, the only difference I make is I probably flip the Broncos and the Chargers. I just think the Broncos are a better overall team, and the coaches in that league. Think about the coaches in that league.
Oh, it's amazing! It's amazing. It's nothing but Hall of Fame coaches. Like, it's ridiculous.
That's a brutal division. I mean, like, if you look at that compared to where we're going to go next, right? The AFC South.
It's like basically the complete opposite.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, for me, we're pretty close. Let me look on my model here for the Chargers. I got the Chargers at 9 wins versus 9.5. I'm right on line. Broncos, I'm a little heavier on. I mean, Denver, I got them at 9 wins. They're at 9.5. I mean, all of them are 9. They're all 9.5 win teams, right? It's really tough.
It's a tough go. I don't like the Raiders for sure. I think trail no matter what, right?
Yeah. The Raiders are probably the worst of the group, but I mean, even so, yeah, 6.5 for the Raiders. The Raiders are 6.5. So that's just, I mean, it's pretty consistent with what we're seeing.
Yeah.
I think the Raiders could win more than 6.5 games, though, or 7 games, though.
I didn't not in that division, not in that conference. Sorry. Like I didn't like no way. I got them at 4.5 probably. Like I didn't like it's just too good. It's just too good. It's too good, too good of a division.
I mean, if you really dislike the Raiders that much and they're getting 6.5 credit in the market, and you could make some money on them under 4.5.
I'd definitely go under 5.5. I'd definitely go under.
Yeah. So some alt hunters there, maybe even. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
But I don't know if anyone wins more than 12 games in this division this year.
It'll be hard for the Chiefs to win 12 games. They get a tough schedule, but it's just so good. It's kind of like the NFC North, right? Like they're just such good. There's such talent that it's really hard to predict where those 3 teams are going to land. I just think that I like we talked about before the show, most of this list that I made is just based upon quarterback talent, right? And I think that you gotta go with Patrick Mahomes. He's Patrick Mahomes.
This is more of an advanced thing, but they were talking about this on one of the shows. And the Broncos actually have to play the Chiefs on 2 short weeks, basically.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I think they lose both those games. So that's the one thing I think with you is that, the Chiefs are off a bye and then they're on a short week or the Broncos are on a short week against them. I think either way, they're in trouble.
It'll be hard for them. It'll be hard for them to compete in that division.
Yeah.
Really
but all those teams are good. I don't fault you for thinking any team could win the division outside the Raiders. And I think all those teams could win at least 8 games.
AFC
next
South.
One, yeah, the AFC South, man. Could the Titans win this? I mean, if the Texans are just bad again, and are the Jaguars improved? Do we really feel like the Jaguars are better?
Nope. I think between the Colts, Jags, and Titans, you got 3 teams that finished with losing records. So in my mind, they're all under. They're all under 8.5. Easily.
All right.
The Texans run away just by virtue that their starting quarterback is probably the most talented starting quarterback in the division.
Yeah, but man, the skill positions in that group have really fallen off. So Mixon's out. So you're starting running backs Nick Chubb, but not the Nick Chubb of 3 years ago by any means.
True.
And then you have Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, and Jaden Higgins, Dalton Schultz. That is not a great receiver room.
It's still I think the most talented. I mean, here's the thing though, dude. Like the Texans are still the most talented team in that division. Like the Jags didn't do anything really to help their offensive line, and Travis Hunter is going to be the biggest flame out in the history of the NFL.
Let me give you a quick clip on the Jaguars to see how well they're doing this year.
Duval.
What is he, a middle schooler?
I don't Liam Cohen's a good offensive coordinator, but man, the Jaguars have just been bad forever. I just don't know why he's going to be the one that changes it.
I don't like
Trevor Lawrence. I've never liked Trevor Lawrence. I hated him when he played for Clemson. I hate him now.
I think the one thing that we're apart on this is I don't think the Titans have enough talent. So, Mick, I don't think the Titans have enough talent to finish above the basement in this division, which is saying a lot. God, it was so hard to decide between the Colts and Jags. They might I like they could easily both end with 5 wins.
Yeah. I was talking upside with Cam Ward, as you guys can see. I got him at O'Roy, right? So I mean, if they're well coached, the defense plays well, and Cam Ward is not Jaden Daniels, but let's say some form of Jaden Daniels, then maybe they could be good, right? I mean, that's really what you're looking for there. The Jags, you really need Trevor Lawrence to take the next step, the defense to be better, and Duval County to be better. But ETN's always injury prone. Tank Bisbee's not that good.
No,
I mean, I don't know.
I like that. I'll tell you what, whoever wins that division is going to take a quick bow out in the playoffs. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. What about the Colts? Why can't the Colts be on the bottom? I mean,
the
Daniel Jones.
It was really hard for me. Those 3 teams, it was really hard. I just went after, because to me, I don't think any of the 3 teams have, like, Cam Ward's not ready. Oh, God. Please, no. We've had so many they promised better Thursday games this year.
I think that's because Amazon paid more, if I remember correctly.
Like, it was a borderline coin toss to determine that kind of finish. Like,
that's why I'm saying, like, maybe a Titans alternate over might be fun, just because the Colts and Jags are so bad.
If Cam Ward wins Rookie of the Year, you might be looking at the Titans pushing the Texans. I mean, that's a stretch, I guess, but like that, if you're going to have anything.
Okay, so even in your greatest, right, they win 9 games?
Yeah, like I think that the highest, whoever wins that division might win it at 9-8.
Or 8-9. Like, remember when Seattle made it in the playoffs at 8-9?
Entirely possible. Like, they're
not 8-9, but whatever it was back then.
To me, it's a toss-up between both Southern divisions over which one's worse. But, like, I think AFC South edges out the NFC South for the worst division in football.
Just because the Buccaneers could be far better than all the rest of the teams.
And I think the Falcons have enough of a defense and a run game that they could at least finish with a winning record. I think that's
And let's not forget about the man we made fun of so much last year, Bryce Young. Actually played really well at the end of the year.
I gotta hand it to him. Bryce Young. I gotta hand it to him. Bryce Young did show up at the end of the season. But AFC South edges out NFC South for the worst division in football.
Yeah. We'll get to the NFC South. Don't you worry. I have some things to say about the Saints and them starting a 3rd-string quarterback. We'll get there. Don't worry.
We'll get there, Mick. We'll get there.
I actually kind of like the Giants this year. We'll get there. All right.
AFC East. You see, I don't see that much of a change from last year. But again, I think we could end up with 3 teams with losing records. I think the Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots all finish with losing records. I'd take the under on whatever their wins are.
I see the Jets having a season very similar to Dan Campbell's first season.
I agree. He already in his press conference sounds like Dan Campbell.
So Aaron Glenn, I think he's going to take a year or 2 to change culture. But I do think the Jets can finish second to last. I just think the Patriots are better than the Dolphins. I think you flip those 2. I think Vrabel's a better coach. Okay, all right. I'm gonna play a video here, and we're gonna tell who's the better coach. Good Lord, where'd it go?
You should stand corrected. Good morning. False. Great morning. Let's go.
Why great? What makes this one great?
Because we're another day closer to death.
The man is losing his freaking mind. Meanwhile, Vrabel's tackling his own players.
The sun has baked our man. But this is the thing. It's like
McDaniel's lost, man.
The Dolphins are too talented. Even with a losing record, they're too talented to not finish ahead of the Jets and Patriots. The Jets and Patriots they don't have talent.
Okay, but what if Tua is out second game of the year with his last concussion and Tyreek Hill just gives up?
That could happen. That's entirely possible. If that happens, I guess I should say it's all contingent on Tua being the above average quarterback he is. It's all contingent on that.
I agree. But I just think the Dolphins, like, alternate unders, like Dolphins under 4 wins, I feel like would be a really fun bet because I just don't think they're going to be very good this year, and it'll be really funny to watch Mike McDaniel flame out.
Oh, he'll crash out so hard, man. Oh my God! Like, can you imagine the press conferences when they're like, 4-9 or something like that?
1-3. Not wrong.
You're not wrong. Most, yeah, I didn't like. That's fair. The difference is that Tua also has a history of it. So I
think Harbaugh could win 8-9 games with a backup quarterback. He'd be just crazy enough to do it.
I do not think Jim Harbaugh, without Justin Herbert, could win 8 games. That is a ludicrous statement.
All right. Here we go. I got a really interesting scenario for you here.
Oh my God.
Herbert goes down week 7.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins traded to the Los Angeles Chargers.
Jim Harbaugh won't trade for an MSU quarterback.
Oh, he easily would. I think he likes Kirk. They both have the same sensibilities. They both adopt like all of the boarded players from their other teams.
And they're both borderline mentally ill and completely insane.
You like that?
Oh my God. That's that's fair, but I don't think Kirk Cousins could save. We saw Kirk Cousins last year. We saw it on a bad team. We saw Kirk Cousins on a bad team.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Regardless, you're not wrong. As we get back to the we're in the we're in the AFC East and anyone's
But Bills, I think that's just universal, right? Like,
now, if the Dolphins start 1-5 and Tua gets hurt and they trade for Jameis Winston, I could be on board.
Because Tyreek would just be like catching bombs every single play.
Yeah, exactly.
I know I'm better than this. I know I'm just praying for the Lord to deliver me from pick sixes. Like, that's just.
If he can just figure that out, Dan, he could be the best quarterback in the NFL.
If only. So but I don't know. I don't see Jameis getting traded personally. But do you have any qualms about the Bills at all? I mean, they still.
No. You and I will get to it on Super Bowl, but I think this is the Bills' year. I think the Bills win 15 games, they take first place, and they take it all the way to the Super Bowl.
We'll see. Now let's get to the best division in football.
Yes, and I highly disagree. I highly disagree on one thing here, and that is I don't think the Bengals are going to win 6 games. I just don't, and I love Joe Burrow, but this is the truth. This is the truth of the matter.
Mom, I don't want to lose to the Browns. Joe Burrow's never beaten the Browns, and they're historically the worst franchise in NFL history.
They. How have we flipped on the Bengals? This is why.
I'm not flipping on the Bengals. I still think Joe Burrow might be the best quarterback in the NFL, but he can't score 42 points every game.
The Bengals will push the Ravens for control of the AFC North. The Bengals
win. I don't think the Bengals win more than 7 games.
All right. Here's the first bro v bro bet of the season. Okay? And I can't believe I'm taking the Bengals. So, I got the Bengals at 9.5. You want to take the under, I take the over. But what are we betting?
Just we'll bet on, I don't know. We'll bet on the Bengals to have a winning season, or what, make the playoffs maybe? Do you want winning season?
I think 9.5. I like we can take 9.5. You can even have a 9-8. You can have a 9-8. I think the Bengals win 10 games.
All right.
Or more.
I'll find another. We'll do another jersey bet of some sort. We'll figure out.
How about?
We'll figure out another jersey that you would despise wearing.
Oh my God.
That'd be pretty funny.
Perfect.
I think that's pretty funny.
I don't want to lose to the Browns. Perfect. We'll film it from that angle. Even I look terrible from that angle. Oh my God.
Oh, this is the Browns.
Perfect. The loser of the bet has to reenact I don't want to lose to the Browns clip.
I'll do it in my Joe Burrow jersey if I lose. How about
Okay.
that?
Okay. I'll wear your Joe Burrow jersey to do it.
Oh, by the way, we missed something for the Colts. I'm sorry. This is for Ryan.
That's what tiger stripes taste like. This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. This is our Colts. Whether win or lose, we love them. For the shoe, beat the Bengals. Let's put them in a tiger trap. This is our team. Go Colts! Hey!
Okay. For real though, that guy has to be like.
But the Colts, my friend. No,
hey, I think them finish second. I don't like.
I think the Steelers. I think the experiment works. I think Mike Tomlin gets 10 wins out of Aaron Rodgers.
No way.
I can see it.
That the Steelers, that is not going to work, and most likely Mike Tomlin ends up fired at the end of the season, which would be a mistake on the part of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But Aaron Rodgers is going to flame out with the most flames known to mankind. Like,
okay, but he's in a division with another octogenarian.
Jerome Ford is the single back. Off the play action. Flacco wants to go deep. He's got a man out there. It's Elijah Moore, and Moore, is he inbound?
He was that slow, and that was 2 years ago.
Joe Flacco, I feel really bad for, but he apparently loves it. No way the Browns finish above last in that. Maybe potentially in the AFC.
If Shedeur Sanders starts becoming a starter for that team, then they will not win more than 4 games.
Joe Flacco gets them to 5 wins.
Maybe 6.
Maybe 6.
Who's the other guy out there? Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel's ahead of Shedeur right now on the depth chart. Dylan Gabriel's ahead of him.
Well, that's because they didn't block for Shedeur on purpose because they're racist.
Purpose, yeah. Like, can you imagine being that guy?
Kevin Stefanski has just purposely hated all the black people on his team.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't like.
You put up with Deshaun Watson, and we're worried about Shedeur. That's what we're worried.
I feel bad. We haven't talked about the Ravens at all. Joe would be disappointed in us. Ravens probably win this division, and probably the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's not much to say. The Ravens are the same team they are last year. They're really good. It just can Jim Harbaugh and
John
Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson beat Patrick Mahomes? And the answer has been over and over and over again, no. And they've had trouble with the Bills at times.
Yeah, I just think that the window's closing for their roster, but they're still the most talented team in the AFC. Hey, who was right about Derrick Henry last year? Remind me about.
Oh, you 100% were. I don't like running backs over 30 years old. That's a personal opinion, and so be it.
They're still the most talented team in the AFC. The difference is whether they can do it in the playoffs, and I think they finally close. I mean,
as far as regular season, Ravens will win 13, 14 games. They always do. They're incredible. They're better than everyone else. They'll destroy the NFC when they play them.
I do not. The Lions have to play them this year, and I'm not looking forward to that.
No, God, the Ravens destroy us
every time.
It's not good.
We'll get to the NFC. NFC West will start.
But for AFC winners, just for AFC winners here, you got the Bill. I got the Bills, and you got the Ravens, right? I mean, that's pretty much first sitting. That's where the wins are. Both the Ravens and the Bills are both 11-win teams coming out of the chute. So the highest rated teams in the NFL. Two best quarterbacks, 2 good coaches. There's not much to really argue there.
I mean, Ryan made a good point. The Bills still have no secondary, but when you have
they didn't have a secondary last year, and they played pretty well though.
When you have Josh Allen as your quarterback, do you even need a defense?
Or players for that matter.
He basically does it by himself. So
he does it by himself.
And and he cut down on his turnovers last year. So I can't say enough great things about Josh Allen other than just like he can't win the big game. So
yeah, can't win the big one. So all right, so AFC seems pretty standard from last year. There's not a lot of big change.
There's not. I mean,
the Broncos might have something to say about this. I mean,
you think maybe the Steelers?
The Bengals, if their defense shows up, Joe Burrow is always a chance to win in a shootout. It's just he has to win 10 games to make the playoffs.
I watched quarterback, and he looked hungry, dude. He was like, so I think even Joe Burrow, I think maybe he has another gear. I think Joe Burrow has another gear. I really do.
I believe in Joe Burrow. I just don't believe in their defense. And I hate, honestly, the main thing I don't like about the Bengals are their ownership and their coach. Their ownership is cheap and shitty, and their coach is not good.
It's fair. You're not wrong.
So, I mean, they pissed off every one of their players going in.
Trey Hendrickson is like, what a mess.
The dude got paid, but there's no way he's happy. He doesn't seem happy.
Mm-mm.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it. All right, let's go to the NFC. We'll start with one of the most confusing divisions.
NFC West.
All 4 of these teams could blow up.
Or like my crazy thing is this. They are the most parity in the NFL, the NFC West. Because there's a lot of talent.
I worry about Seattle.
Like
the Cardinals will win 6 out of their first 8 games, and then they'll go 0-10 the rest of the season.
I think the Rams win it. The Niners could take a big step back, but they have so much talent on defense that it's going to be difficult to take too big of a step back.
And Christian McCaffrey, healthy.
The Seahawks, a surprise. The Seahawks could finish second.
Oof.
Ooh, I don't like compared to whom?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like Christian McCaffrey. He's a sneaky comeback player this year as far as fantasy. I think he's healthy coming into the season, and he could score a ton of tutties. My problem with the Hawks, if Geno is still their quarterback, sure, I think the Seahawks could win this division. I don't like Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold's bad.
I agree. They're going to run the football probably 70% of the time. And that offensive line is wicked good.
Wicked.
So, I see the Seahawks as a 7 or an 8 win team. The Cardinals as a 5 or a 6 win team. The Niners could be 8-9 or 9-8, and then the Rams probably 10 wins.
So I have San Francisco at 10 wins. And I have Seattle at 9 wins, roughly 8.75, so 9, and Arizona at 8.75 wins. So it makes sense based on I just don't like the Rams this year. I think Stafford gets hurt week 2.
He might. It's all contingent on Stafford staying healthy. But if he does stay healthy, their offense might set records, dude.
So their running backs are kind of boring. I like Blake Corum, but.
It doesn't matter. They have 2 number 1 receivers.
I think Ryan's right in this situation. I don't think Darnold's a good quarterback. I think KOC.
But if you're handing the ball off 70% of the time,
Sam Darnold showed us who he was in the last 2 games of the year. How is this as a Seattle Seahawk fan, can you have any thought about making the playoffs after watching him just absolutely die against 2 good teams?
Yeah, die hard. And against don't forget the Lions. The Lions had 1 starter left that week. 1.
And they embarrassed him.
You can't bury that which came from the dirt, baby. They even shut down Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. So I mean, if Darnold's bad, the Cardinals will be better. So I can see the Seahawks being the bottom of the division too. But if Darnold's good, they could be better than the Rams. I think the Niners win the division, probably on a comeback season. The Rams start really well. Stafford gets hurt midseason, is in and out the rest of the season. They end up 500. Seattle probably goes under 7 wins with Darnold, and then the Cardinals maybe bump up and then fall apart in the end of the season.
You don't think that Blake Purdy gets paid? Gets lazy?
No, not at all. He's fine. I think he's the kind of guy that just goes to work.
I don't know. I'm not a believer. You know, I've never been a believer.
Yeah, we still don't know if dude, Stafford was sitting in the back of a truck in a healing vehicle. What does that even mean?
They were pumping fresh blood in the vampire's veins, dude. Like,
oh, I bet you they were. Put him back to the Brett Favre days. Give him a perk.
Give him a good old perk, and he'll be out there on the field.
Now, what's the new one they have now? Toradol?
I have no idea. I will say this: he's the last. I mean, he's like the last gunslinger, right? Like,
it's wild to think. Okay, that makes us old, right? I remember Matthew Stafford's rookie season. I remember it. We were there.
I was there.
Was it 06?
No.
Was it before then?
08?
Was it? Okay, maybe it was 08. Yeah, maybe I was in high school.
Something like that.
Yeah. Regardless.
I mean, we're not that far apart on the NFC West, though. It just like difference is whether you think the Niners are going to finish. So,
if the Niners are super talented, what is their win totals? For the Niners this year? It's 9.5. You could take 12.5 on them to win, because if Seattle and the Cardinals are bad, they can win 12 games.
That's it. It actually, I guess you make a good point. It all hinges on Darnold, but if they're handing the ball off 70% of the time, they got 2 starting running backs. Like Kenny's going to have a hell of a season in that offense for sure.
Kenny and Charbonnet, yeah, they're both good. NFC South, as you guys can see, I got Baker Mayfield at MVP as a long shot.
It was 25-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 25-1, which versus Lamar and both Lamar and Josh are basically 4-1 or 5-1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Bucs should just be really good. It's a really bad division. They're still well coached, and Baker Mayfield seems to overcome anything. So we'll see.
He's resilient for sure. We were just apart on the Panthers. You're pretty high on him. I'm not.
Well, I just think if there's so you always think about a team that can come out of nowhere for coach of the year. Canales is like 40-50-1. And I just think there's a chance that they could win, 8 games. And that's such an improvement from the prior year. Like, if they have a winning season, why doesn't he win coach of the year?
I don't get the Panthers.
Especially when the Saints want to lose every game because they don't have a starting quarterback. The Saints shouldn't even be allowed to play football this year.
They're clearly tanking.
Spencer Rattler couldn't even start on a college roster at times.
Like, the Saints are clearly tanking. I feel really bad for their fans. They're going to be so even though I said the AFC South is the worst division in football, I think that the Saints will probably be dead last in the entire NFL.
Easily.
I
just don't know how they're going to win games.
I mean, they were almost dead last year. So
now, that being said, I do like the Saints to cover against the Cardinals week 1, but that's because Kyler Murray is terrible as a road favorite, but that's a whole nother animal.
I'm higher on the Falcons than you are. I think the Falcons.
I don't like the Falcons. I just think this is the year that we find out that Kyle Pitts isn't any good.
Didn't we figure that out the past 2 seasons?
No, man. I think there's still people out there that think Kyle Pitts is good.
The difference is the Falcons have Bijan and they got a tough D. You could easily, there's another division, you could easily see 3 teams with losing records. Easily.
Yeah, very easily. Panthers, Falcons, go basically 500. And I mean, the Bucs, they still have a bad coach. Like, that is one of the issues.
That does hurt. It hurts their team because he makes bad decisions. And Baker could always flame out again. Like
or get hurt because he runs over people. Like, he's not huge. He's not a giant.
He's only like 6'2" or something like that. Like,
yeah, he's not. He could easily, get ran out. So there's some possibilities there with that. I don't know.
Whoever wins the NFC South and whoever wins the AFC South, they're going to make a quick bow out in the playoffs. How about that?
Yeah, my only real bet. I got 2 bets. They're both award bets. I like, if the NFC South sucks and the Bucs are just incredible, I think Baker could take MVP with a 15-win season. And then the Panthers, if as long as they go over 500, I think Canales could win Coach of the Year. So I think there's some interesting stuff here. The Saints,
it'd be a big surprise. As far as yearly awards, yeah. You got some interesting stuff.
From a fun bet, you could take the Saints to be the last team to win in the NFL. That's always an interesting bet.
I can't imagine that. I mean, what, you're gonna get like 3-1 odds on that probably?
Maybe 5-1. I don't know, man. Any given Sunday, right? Anyone can lose. Like I had the Patriots last year because I thought they'd be terrible, and then they won week 1. What do you do?
What do you do?
The
NFC East is the most interesting division in the NFL this year.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, they cut Tommy Cutlets, the Giants did, which
we got to start with the Giants.
So I don't know how I feel about that whole thing, but they do have my boy famous Jameis. If Jameis was the starter, I got him for 10 wins.
I cannot believe that they are not going with Jameis Winston as the starter for this football team.
And so what's happening? Oh, there's Russ Wilson. Oh, no! That's called an interception.
That's close.
I will say this. I can't imagine Malik Neighbors not wanting Jameis Winston to be the starter. And basically they are the Malik Neighbors. That's their team. The Giants will be better than last year, but still a 5-win team. Cowboys, it all hinges on Dak, I guess. Are people going to finally start to realize that Dak Prescott is a mediocre quarterback?
No, everyone knows Dak Prescott's a mediocre quarterback. They just make fun of him because they pay him so much.
The whole Micah Parsons debacle, the Cowboys can finish last. Cowboys can finish last easily in this division. I mean,
I think Jerry Jones has went senile, if he wasn't already.
If he wasn't already.
I think okay, hold on. Don't forget what we're dealing with the Cowboys here. They're just a joke.
Just convinced that these sun rays are creating havoc for the players, including on that second and goal pass play that CD never really reacted.
Jerry doesn't care about winning games. Jerry cares about making a splash. If Russ Wilson's okay, or if Russ Wilson sucks and they realize it, and then famous Jameis comes in for the rest of the year. First off, Malik Neighbors might be the best fantasy wide receiver in the NFL.
Easily.
Secondly, the Cowboys could easily fall down. Yeah, the Giants could catch them. The Cowboys could just this whole issue with Parsons could just put a bad taste in the mouth of the defense. There could be a lot of things that could happen there.
And the Commies, they are the oldest team by a couple years in the NFL. I think the average age is 29. The Commies could take a dive this year too, especially if Jaden Daniels has a sophomore slump. It all hinges on Jaden Daniels, their entire offense, basically. So
the big thing is that no team has won the division twice, right? So who goes above the Eagles then? It has to be the Commies, right?
That'd be the only one. They could finish first pretty easily. They could finish first pretty easily. They could finish third pretty easily. I don't think anybody but the Cowboys or Giants finishes last in this division.
Did you scale down there?
What's that?
Said you might have scaled down there. We zoomed out.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hold on. That's my bad. There you go.
All right, we're back in.
Oh,
I clicked the wrong button. That's why.
It's all good. No? I think the Eagles run away with it. I think we know that.
Oh, ball game, baby! There's something special going on at the bank. We're talking about the Fightins. The Fightins.
Philly certainly believes that they can go back to back.
I think they can go back to back. They're the most talented team in the NFC. And top to bottom in the roster, man. That defense.
They didn't really lose anyone either. And the tush push is still in action.
Yep. I was wrong. I thought they would ban it. I think it's one of the cheapest plays in the history of the NFL. But the Eagles are just good. I don't know what else to say about them. It's kind of like the Bills in the AFC, right? It just comes down to, can they win the big game again?
Yeah.
But like, it's their conference to lose. How about that?
100%. And I agree with that. So, but yeah, I mean, I definitely think the Giants could finish higher than the Cowboys. No doubt. I just don't know if they can win more than 10 games. I just don't know if they
it just comes down to like what are the Cowboys? I think the Cowboys present the greatest question mark in the division. And so the standings for that division just hinge on them.
The wild thing with Dallas is the way I have them rated, like every game's a toss-up, and I got them at like roughly 7.5. I just don't think they're talented enough to beat a lot of good teams.
Because they're not. I mean, it's just like
this ain't the 90s. This ain't the 90s.
They're stuck in the 90s. Like,
do you remember when the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys was Aaron Carter? Doesn't it feel like that?
It wasn't Aaron Carter. It was Quincy Carter. Quincy Carter. Aaron Carter was
Quincy Carter.
Yep.
Who used to QB for the Saints, I think, for a period of time.
I can't remember.
Oh,
I mean, he was just.
But I just remember that being like that was like the pre-Romo years, and that was bad.
They were bad. Now, our favorite division, the black and blue.
Right. And I'm gonna say here, Ryan, I disagree with Smash on this one.
Uh-oh.
I think the Bears could be third.
That's not that big of a disagreement. You're making it sound like the Bears second.
I think the Packers could be first. I think the Bears could be third. Those are my two differences.
The Packers are too above average to finish ahead of the Lions. That's all. I mean, they're an above average team, but they're just too above average, if that makes sense. Like, there's nothing great about the Green Bay Packers. Not a single thing is great.
And Jordan Love is coming off an injury. He should be fine, but he's not coming into.
He's just an above average. It's weird to say that about a Green Bay Packers quarterback. He's just an above average quarterback. They have an above average running attack. They have an above average offensive line. Like, across the board, if I'm going to grade them out of 10, all of them fall in kind of this like weird 75% range. They are just like the most above average team in the NFL.
But if the Lions take a step back, doesn't an above average team in that division win 11 games?
I don't think there's a chance in hell that the Lions roster. Oh my God, Tyler Badgett.
Dude, West Virginia specialty, Division II, baby.
Oh my God. Caleb Williams, come on. Caleb Williams is still the most talented quarterback on that roster. Come on.
In fairness, I think Tyson Bagent might have lost to our alma mater.
Oh, great. Yeah. The Vikings are the big question mark. Okay. There's regression due, to put it in math terms. There's regression due. All of their wins last year were basically field goals. Like, there's no way their roster repeats that. No way.
Justin Jefferson's nicked up. Jordan Addison suspended for 3 games. Okay, the running back room is fat Aaron Jones. Okay.
They didn't get a whole lot of help on the offensive line. Their defense is still just mediocre. Like, and here's the other part. They have to play the Lions and Packers both twice a year. And the Packers are consistent as hell, and the Lions are the second most talented team in the NFC. Like,
and we're gonna find out that that JJ McCarthy was a Jim Harbaugh merchant. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
for sure.
No way. I think JJ McCarthy is not good. I'm a Michigan fan.
No way.
I watched this kid play, man. He's no good.
He's just not a good quarterback.
That's all he does.
And I still don't understand how he got drafted in the first round. It baffles me to no end. He's just not a good quarterback.
And he's injury prone.
Sam Darnold, before he turned into a pumpkin, had great
Sam Darnold was
numbers.
the starting quarterback for USC and still has one of the better arms in the NFL. Just because the guy can't see the middle of the field doesn't mean he's not talented. McCarthy can't throw the ball.
I'm trying to think, did we ever see him complete a decent pass downfield? That wasn't just the University of Michigan playing, the Little Sisters of the Poor. Like
like I remember, like it was more fun watching Denard underthrow receivers than it was to watch McCarthy like kind of throw to receivers wide open on a play action pass after they ran 10 times in a row. No, McCarthy's not fast. He can't even run the RPO.
I think that the Vikings are still good enough to finish ahead of the Bears, but there's no way they repeat what they did last year. I just can't. I can't see it. I cannot see it.
I don't think Ben Johnson's good. I think Ben Johnson is another Mike McDaniels.
Oh, did you see the difference between his first press conference and his most recent one? The dude looks like he's aged probably about 20 years.
Yeah, because all he used to do is sit in his little like back room in his little playbook, and now he has to actually administer shit.
The Bears didn't do enough to help Caleb Williams as far as the offensive line goes. Their defense could get them into third in the division. The Bears defense is legit. But the problem is they have to pay the Packers and Lions twice a year.
I mean, okay, let's look at the roster here. All right, we got Caleb Williams, who could be great, could be bad. Who the hell knows? DeAndre Swift is a cast-off and not that good. Roshan Johnson's not any good. Kyle Mangiani, who? DJ Moore, like, is a washed-up player from Carolina. Now, Roma Dunze could be good. I'll give you that.
The verdict's out on Dunze, yeah.
Cole Kmet's another year older and still not good.
Didn't they draft Michigan's tight end though?
Yeah, they got Colson Loveland.
Yeah, so maybe he could be I wonder what his offensive player of the year. Because think about it,
rookie of the year. You can't.
Yeah, rookie of the year. Sorry, rookie of the year.
Dude, Brock Bowers didn't win rookie of the year. No one's gonna win it.
That's valid. If the record-setting tight end in the history of the NFL for rookies doesn't win it. Hey, Ryan, I'd still blame a lot of my health problems on cheering for the Detroit Lions for my whole life. So I get that.
Yeah, I'm not against the Bears. I don't like that Ben Johnson went there. I wish him nothing but the worst. But outside of that, I don't think they're a bad team. I just don't think they're a great team.
Let me float a conspiracy theory. Are the Lions pulling a Patriots?
No, I think the Lions are much more likely to be like the Eagles of 2 years ago.
Okay, where their coaches like I think about all those
2 new coordinators. I think it's going to take 5 to 6 games for this thing to start firing. Goff could take a step back. There's more outdoor games this year, more bad games on the road. Harder schedule. I like the Lions. I think the Lions
no hole on offense, not a single hole on offense.
Here's what it all hinges on. Obviously the coordinators, but it hinges on Aiden Hutchinson playing at least 16 or 15 games.
If he picks up where he left off with the other defensive linemen they have on the roster, you see a vastly. The Lions could easily win 15 games if Aiden Hutchinson picks up where he left off.
I don't think they can win 15, but I think if Hutchinson gets hurt or isn't what he was, they're probably at a 9 to 10 win team. If he's good, they're probably at 11 to 12 win team. But I think that gets them first in the division. With 2 new coordinators, I just don't see it, man. And I love Dan Campbell, and I think he is the individual that can manage a team like that. I think it's just going to take a little bit to get going.
The only thing anybody watching, the only thing I'll say, the starters, no starter basically has taken a real snap. And I hate that strategy. I hate it.
But I think they just go hard in practice because I know that's generally Campbell's thing.
Yeah, hey, I cheered for the Jets when Favre went there.
I really liked the Jets back in the day when they had Martin and Pennington.
Oh, yeah. They had every Patriots cast off in the world.
That was a really fun team. Back when What's-His-Nuts was the coach, too, one of the brothers there.
It was before Man Genius, Rex Ryan.
Yeah, Rex Ryan, yeah. Man
But,
Genie.
I got the Lions at 12 wins. More likely 11, but 12 wins, which is enough to put them in the 2nd seed. And probably, I hate to say this, but I mean, losing in the second round of the playoffs, like, I'd hate that because I think the window's closing real fast. Goff's not any younger, and a lot of salaries coming through this year, a lot of salary, and there's no way they can re-sign all of them.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I mean, that same thing happened to the Eagles after that year, and then they all reloaded and were fine. They kept the core and moved on.
And I hope, I trust in this organization now. After 4 years, I do trust in this organization. This is not the same old Lions.
It is kind of crazy though, because I mean, there is that mentality within Michigan right now for sure. There's some people that are talking about like 7 to 6 wins, and I'm like, guys, I don't think the team's too talented to win 6 games.
They're miraculously going to go from being the best offense in the NFL to like out of the top 5.
Yeah, I see. That's same with me. I just like, I know Caleb. I know they're good, and I know Ben Johnson's good, but I don't think he's 5 wins good.
I know. Well, but the other part is this: Ben Johnson wasn't calling the plays. Like, that's the crazy part. Ben Johnson wasn't calling the plays. Sure, he's in the huddle. Sure, all that's like, he wasn't calling the plays.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would love that. Then the Bears would actually stand a chance. Like,
I can't wait till Ben Johnson tells Caleb Williams to take his fucking nail polish off.
How about this? Ben Johnson goes in, wins 2 games. Is he one and done?
He won't win 2 games. They're too talented.
What if? Because it's happened. Broncos fired a coach after 1 year. Patriots fired a coach after 1 year.
The Bears would never. They don't even fire coaches mid-season.
Yeah, true.
Except for, I guess, the one guy, but that was a big deal. And he got 4 years? Nagy did?
Yeah, I did 3 at least. So we'll give him one surprise team from each of us, just to reiterate.
Oh, another new quarterback? Wasn't Justin Fields good enough?
Yeah, Justin Fields, or Justin Fields 2.0, Caleb Williams. Like,
so who's and then you're gonna suck again 2 years from now and get Arch Manning and ruin him too?
Yeah. My surprise team, the Falcons. The Falcons are my surprise team in the NFC.
Do you think that the Mannings would refuse to allow Arch to get drafted by the Bears?
Caleb Williams was gonna.
Caleb Williams almost did it.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Like, they pulled it once. They pulled it with Eli.
Yeah, and the Mannings are an institution. They're already like basically setting him up.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think he goes to the Bears.
Who's your surprise NFC team?
Out of this group?
I just got to say, the Falcons could surprise me just because Bijan Robinson could end up with Offensive Player of the Year. And if he does, they can make the playoffs. That's my surprise team.
My 2 surprise teams, I think, this year, and it's just because they can't get any lower, are the Titans and the Panthers. I think Bryce Young continues on what he did last year and proves me wrong as the shortest quarterback ever. And I think Cam Ward's a winner. And that's why I have him at O'Roy, and I think that's why I think Cam Ward's a winner. And I think the Titans are going to be better than we think they are, and that's a bad division. I think those are the 2 teams that probably surprise you and go from the basement to maybe a 9 to 10 win team. The Browns are going to be bad. The Patriots will be better. The Jets will be an 8-win team. I don't know. I want to say the Broncos can win the Super Bowl, but they got so much to get through. And Bo Nix is not that good.
My AFC surprise, though, was the Bengals. I think the Bengals could potentially push the Ravens. That was my surprise.
I mean, if you're talking about slingshot teams, it's going to be the Bengals and the Niners, right? Those are the 2 most talented teams that underperformed last year that could really come back.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good call.
Joe, let's go. Loves the Broncos.
We already covered your Ravens, buddy.
Yeah, Ravens are probably going to win the Super Bowl or at least be in it. So
we'll go through our awards. I got Lamar Jackson, who's the favorite for MVP. I think Jamar Chase, Offensive Player of the Year, might set a record. I think he might set a record. He looked so poised last year. Aiden Hutchinson comes back to win Defensive Player of the Year, picks up where he left off. Ashton Genty as offensive rookie of the year, I feel like is a lock. I like Shamar Stewart. Maybe he gets 11 sacks and wins defensive rookie of the year. Jim Harbaugh overcomes a lot of obstacles for the Chargers, wins coach of the year, and then comeback player of the year just because, he's going to pick up where he left off as Aiden.
See, my thing is if you have coach of the year Jim Harbaugh, then I think they got to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's it. I think that it's entirely possible. And
I forgot about protector of the year. Best offensive lineman.
Oh, Penei Sewell.
He's the favorite. But there was another guy I know that people were talking about they really liked. Forgot about this one.
Whoever plays left tackle for the Eagles, what is it? Lane Johnson?
Oh, shit. DraftKings doesn't even have it up.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have it on there. DraftKings doesn't have it up.
I forgot. MGM's offering it, though. MGM is offering Protector of the Year.
That's it. Protector of the Year for me would be Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell or Lane Johnson.
Pick your best left tackle and hope they stay healthy the entire year. That's probably your best bet, just because they get so much credit. They're forever known as the blindside protector.
And Sewell's a right tackle, though. Don't forget, Sewell's a right tackle.
Yeah, that's right. He still is right tackle, too. That's the other thing. I just don't know if a right tackle can win it.
It's hard. He allowed 2 sacks last year or something crazy like that. But Penei Sewell will be my bet. Penei Sewell probably will end up reigning as the best offensive lineman in the NFL probably within 1 year.
He's good.
He's just so good. He's just so good. Like, I've never seen an offensive tackle so athletic. Like,
which is great because Dan did not want, and
I
was
wrong. I was wrong about Penei Sewell. I thought they were making a fool choice because we already had Taylor.
That was a weird season though, because that was the COVID year, right? He took a year off.
Yep, he had taken a year off, and I was like, I don't like. I had visions of Mike Williams. You remember him? I had visions of Mike Williams in my head, and I was like, this is bad. And then Penei Sewell proved me wrong. He is a champ, a stud, number one.
Yeah, that's the other thing, right? I realized we lost the guy from Nebraska, but he was hurt all year last year.
Yep.
I don't think
Plus, the guy sliding over has played guard and center off and on his entire career. Like, Lions will be fine.
I think
all the haters out there, ESPN was hating on him the other day. They're the most talented offense in the NFL. If the defense is just a modicum of what it was last year, come on, man.
Yeah. So I'll go through my awards, right? I just don't, I went with a little bit of value here. Dan went with our Smash went with who will win.
I just went with who I thought would win. Yeah.
I would go more with the, betting odds. So I think Baker is fun at 25-1, either him or Herbert at 18-1. I want to get a little bit of action this early in the season because like Lamar and Josh at 5-1, you're going to get that until probably mid-season.
Until whenever, yeah.
It's going to sit there for a while. Joe Burrow,
yeah.
And Joe Burrow at 6-1, if the Bengals start out 0-3, he's then 30-1, right? So I don't want to bet him here. I'll wait. I'll never bet Joe Burrow at the beginning of the season.
He does struggle at the beginning of the season.
Well, he's been hurt twice.
Yeah.
So then O'Roy, or offensive player of the year. So Jamar is 8-1. That's not bad. I don't think that's terrible. Anything close to 10-1 is always a fun one to put in. But man, Jahmyr Gibbs just is so talented, and everyone is talking about how much of a step he's made this season.
The other part, don't forget, they're going to give 2 backfield looks, and they're going to use Gibbs in a lot more motion. And I'm looking forward to seeing that, man, because they showed none of it in the preseason.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. But they did start their starters, all 3. Joe Burrow started more than any starting quarterback outside of
they wanted to get that engine going, man.
Yeah, they've been trying to get that going.
I like Jahmyr Gibbs. That's a great pick by you, I think. So
yeah, Jahmyr is 10-1. I just want a little bit more at value on that because I think Jamar, he'll stick around that 8-1 for quite a while. Yeah, I completely agree. I think Aiden Hutchinson's the best player in the defensive player in the NFL. And
I think he showed it. Like, if he can pick up at even 96%, right? His pass rush win rate was so high, it took until week 14 for somebody else to touch it.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy. He was in the top 10 in sacks until week 14.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it'll depend on what Monty, when Monty's in, right? I mean, but
that motion they're going to do, though, Joey, that's going to be money. They're going to motion him in and out of the backfield. They're going to line him up in the slot in 4 receiver sets. Like, I'll tell you, sleeper offensive rookie of the year, it could be Tesla.
Oh, my God.
He looked sick in the preseason, man. He
so
reminded me of Herman Moore. Herman Moore. He reminded me of Herman Moore.
1992.
Listen.
Yeah, I mean,
just have to be, and Tim Patrick said it. They're trading him to the Jags, but Tim Patrick said it. All you got to do is beat their third cornerback. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, and the other thing is what Jalen's is, the kid there is coming along, and
well, the other part. Think about this. Technically, maybe their fourth best cover person because there's going to be somebody over Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta's. I mean, that's the other one who's just great. Laporta's going to be better again. He was so good last year, and he'll continue to get better. So yeah, I mean, the Lions have a lot of potential. I just don't know what there's just so much bad history with 2 coordinators leaving. O'Roy, Gentie's the obvious pick here, and Cam Ward's only 3-1, so I don't really want to bet on either of them. Cam Ward won everywhere, and everyone likes Cam Ward, and I just believe that
he's a leader too. He's a leader.
If he's a semblance of a good quarterback this year, people are just going to want to give him all the flowers, especially on a bad team. So that's why I think you'll get Ashton Genty maybe a little bit. Like, Cam Ward has no one to compete against. Ashton Genty has to compete with Geno Smith and Carroll, right? Carroll might get all the praise.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, I think that's a tough one to bet. I do not like Travis Hunter at 10-1. He's injury prone. He's
gonna stay away from him.
He's already injured. And
so, what a fool to think that in this time period, he's already saying, "I'm Deion Sanders." Basically, good night. Come on.
No, I don't see it. I will say. So what's his name there? Tyler Show for the Saints.
Yeah.
He was all the way down to 10-1 when they thought he might be starter. He's now down to 50-1. If he ends up starting by game 4 and Spencer Rattler's an absolute just dumpster fire.
Not if, when Spencer Rattler is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, so I mean, Tyler Show, I mean, I prefer it more at 80-1. I think 50-1 still not that great compared to what you could get because Shador is 60-1.
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting at the very least as someone, because you got to think about someone who could become a starter, or Jackson Dart's 20-1, right? But there's so much competition there.
Dart looked really good in the preseason too.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so all right. So Russell Wilson's bad. You're 1-3. Do you bring in Jameis Winston or do you bring in Jackson Dart?
Jameis for sure. That's the hard part.
That's where it gets hard.
Yeah.
Quinshon Judkins is 40-1 and he hasn't even signed yet. That's pretty funny.
That's wild to me. And has already had one controversy.
Caleb Johnson, Aaron Rodgers already said he doesn't like him, so he'll never see the field. Emeka Ibuka could be up there at 18-1. He's kind of interesting too. Tet McMillan, another really fast wide receiver. I just think
that in that offense, and you know how Pete Carroll is.
Yeah,
Genty's going to probably run for.
I mean, Green Bay's receivers
run for 1,200 yards. Tim, that's it's a lock.
Yeah, but Matthew Golden at 20-1. If Love locks on him, maybe. I don't know.
It's really hard for a receiver to win Rookie of the Year.
I say this is something you bet mid-season. It's so hard to know who's going to play, who's not, what's going to happen. I usually just wait a little bit.
Okay.
And D-Roy, I'm even further off. I really.
It feels like both of us were just shooting darts for pass rushers, right? Both of us were just putting darts at pass rushers. So
my best bet at this point is if you can get an edge rusher at 20-1 or 15-1 anywhere, whichever book you're on, that'd probably be the best start. But again, I don't think
I went with Shamar, just thinking if he gets 11 sacks, right?
I think I usually bet D-Roy week 15. That's when it actually starts to actually.
I bet D-Roy last year Week 0-1. Don't forget that.
That's true. But even that, well, like the odds still didn't really get any bigger or smaller, right? Like you want to catch someone like just getting good, like mid-season. And then
I like your coach of the year just because of how you're talking up the Panthers. I kind of like that. I might actually lay that bet just because. Didn't you say his odds are like 15-1 or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, Canales is. I had to search for him, right? Canales is at Stefanski 60. Where'd he go? Canales. Why am I blanking? Now I can't see him, but I'm pretty sure he's about 40-1.
40-1 even. I thought you said 15-1. Damn.
Oh, 16-1. 16-1. You're right. Sorry. I was messing.
Wow.
Yeah. 16-1 on Canales, right? And it's so much easier for a bad team to win 4 more games than it is for a good team to become a Super Bowl team. And that's the one.
That's valid. Okay, let me say this though. If the Chargers win the division, does Harbaugh lock that?
It's possible. But does he win the division with 11 wins or does he win it with 13?
It might come down to the difference, sure.
Like truly dominant versus just battling his way through the division.
Yeah, that's valid. I mean, that's why Dan Campbell didn't win it. What was it? Was it 2 years ago? Like,
yeah, you got to remember that Stefanski's won this twice, right? And he's just basically taken bad teams and made them mediocre.
Yeah.
So I really think Canales could do the same thing, and I'm willing to bet relatively big on it. Brian Schottenheimer for the Cowboys at 25-1 if they're not terrible.
I mean, that's at, and I will say this: at least Schottenheimer has a veteran roster.
Yeah, Raheem Morris, if you like the Falcons, is 30-1. So
I might lay that. I didn't look at the book that hard just because I was so high on Harbaugh.
If they beat the Bucs, why not? Right? I mean,
yep. Well, but that's the thing. It all comes down to Brian Robinson. Is Brian Robinson going to make the next step? It really does hinge on that. Like.
So what's interesting, you can bet Andy Reid 80-1. If the Chiefs went 16-0, I mean, you're basically betting the Chiefs to go 16-0 or 17-0.
Andy Reid can't win it. Even if they win the Super Bowl, I don't think Andy Reid wins.
But if they win undefeated, he could win Coach of the Year.
I'll tell you this: if the Chiefs go undefeated, win the Super Bowl, you may as well, if you think that, you may as well lay Patrick Mahomes MVP. Like
which he's not the favorite this year.
He shouldn't be.
You can lay Mahomes at 7-1.
So if you're that high on the Chiefs, sure. I just don't. God, they're so old, man. That like.
And by the way, guys, here's a really great trick. If you like favorites and you want to make them more valuable, put home run bets with your favorites and parlay them. So take Lamar Jackson and parlay him with an Aaron Judge home run. And if Aaron Judge at a 2-1 or 3-1 hits a home run, all of a sudden your 5-1 becomes 20-1.
Yeah.
So I know that's a little trick that a lot of guys in my group, my Discord use, and they have really gotten some great value on it. You can do it with golf alt-rights too. So like if you want Scotty Scheffler to win golf because he wins every week.
Yeah.
And then you pair, hey, flowers to Tommy Fleetwood. The dude's never won him before, and he goes and wins the championship, man. He tried his hottest, and he really did it. So
I like Nick Chubb. I like you laying Nick Chubb there. He's going to be the starter for the Texans.
That's really it. It's you got a guy who's injured last year. Nick Chubb's is 12-1.
Does it matter that Chubb came back for 2 games?
No, it doesn't. He's fine.
All right. I just know I need you. You brought that up last year. That weird rule.
You just can't come back from being bad. That's the rule.
That's so weird. I hate that.
Well, you can blame Damar. Prayers for Damar.
Yeah. My Super Bowl. I got the Eagles Ravens. I know that's laying chalk, but I got Eagles Ravens. And then if that's the matchup, I think the Ravens have the edge. Ravens Super Bowl.
See, I'm a little different. I say it's Bills Eagles, and I think the Bills might get them.
Yeah, you said that you think it's their year, man. You really okay? This is the thing in that matchup. If you think that, why aren't you laying Josh Allen MVP And I'll tell you this, I can't remember who their coach is, but you may as well put him coach of the year then.
McDermott?
If the Bills win the Super Bowl, Sean McDermott is coach of the year.
See, but it's not about the Super Bowl. You got to remember, it's about the regular season.
I know they say that, but like is it like? I agree with Ryan. I think McDermott is a shitty coach. That's the thing. I think that's the thing. McDermott is the thing stopping that team. He doesn't know how to run the football.
Well, he does. He runs it with his quarterback.
Yeah, that's what's so weird. Is like the number one rushing option is your most valuable player on the field, and it's wild. Sean McDermott is a bad HFC.
The Bills are 11.5 winner. I don't think they do it. There's no way. It'd have to be an Andy Reid type situation. But yeah, I mean, I just don't think Josh Allen, if they win 15 games, I guess he could go back to back. But I don't want to lay. Maybe I will lay Josh Allen with a. Well, I'm not going to put an Aaron Judge home run because I'm playing Aaron Judge this week.
No, you put it with an Aaron Judge home run. Damn it.
Yeah, just so you guys know, Math and Smash are
currently playing each other in the what it would be the semifinals in
the fantasy baseball semifinals. It's Kyle Raleigh versus Aaron Judge. It's the big dumper versus the big loser.
Not the big loser. He's going to be MVP. If he's MVP, I win $200. So he's going to be MVP. Damn it.
The Yankees suck. Boo. Seattle, baby. Let's go. Kyle Raleigh, the big dump.
Oh my God, the big dumper. So who, in your opinion, who could surprise as a Super Bowl winner? Because the Bills wouldn't be a surprise, right? They wouldn't be a surprise. So
Packers.
Who would surprise?
Packers, Niners, Broncos, probably my 3. Bucks if Baker's good, so 4.
I said Bengals and Falcons. I'm going to say Bengals, Falcons.
Because your Super Bowl contenders are the Lions, Eagles, Ravens, and Chiefs, theoretically.
And Bills.
But I think
and Bills.
And Bills, sorry, the Bills. Yeah, the winner. Sorry, I just
went
over.
I think if the Falcons play defense the way they did last year, and Robinson makes the next leap, you're looking at a team that could surprise everybody just by being real tough. Real tough. They'd be a real tough out because they stop the run really great. And if they run the ball really great, any team that does that has a chance to win the Super Bowl. And then in the AFC, it's the opposite. The Bengals can score with anybody in the NFL. And if they just win every shoot, almost like the Vikings last year, basically. The Bengals could be the Vikings of this year, except if they win out, like I really think
Falcons too, mate. I don't think the Falcons win the Super. Michael Penix cannot win the Super Bowl.
If he's handing the ball off 70% of the time,
maybe. And I'll throw another one on here, and I know this is gonna hurt, but I know we've been kind of wishful.
You already said the Packers and hurt me enough, so you can just hurt me all you want. Oh, I can't, man. I can't. I'm still in pain.
We did cancel the rest of the season, so
I'm still in pain because I said, and nobody would listen to me about it. I said the only team the Lions don't want to see are the Washington Commanders. And then who do they end up seeing? The one team that I did not want them to see. I thought they could have played with anybody in the NFL except the Washington Commanders. And then sure enough, the commies come in and I saw that game in 1991 when Joe Gibbs ran up the score against the Lions, dude. And I hate that team. I can't bet them right. You know this. This is 4 seasons now. I can't bet the Commanders correctly. I never have been able to. The Lions lose against them every freaking time. Like, I hate that team. I hope they lose every football game.
Yeah, but I will say, because we've all been talking about sophomore slump and him possibly taking a step back and defense is catching up. But if Jaden Daniels takes a step forward, they could be better. They could win.
I think the roster is just too old. There's no way they don't take a step back with the aging roster they have. It's almost like the Niners too, though. You could be right. Like, even though they have an aging roster, like the Chiefs, the Niners, the Commies, like all these aging rosters, they're veterans. They could win. It's just it's hard for me to look at them and be like, yeah, they're going to do the same. just because they're so old.
The only division I think that can't win the Super Bowl is the AFC South. I don't think there's one team in that division that could win it.
What if they just go off, man? Like
the Texans?
Yeah.
You gotta squint real hard, man. There's just not a lot of talent there.
That's a good way to put it. You got to squint real hard, and just being the best team in a terrible division does not make you a good football team.
Yeah. I mean, Seattle, got away with it, but they also had an amazing defense. I think the Texans are just they're very similar to the Packers. I think they're just above average in a lot of spaces. And Joe Mixon going down is huge.
That's huge because he's their X factor, and I think they were just counting on Chubb being kind of like a change of pace guy for them. Yeah, I like it'd be cool. I don't know why I'm always rooting for the Texans. I have no idea why.
Oh, I love expansion teams. I've always been rooting. I mean, I would love the Jags or the Texans to win the Super Bowl just because it would be different, right? I mean, when the Jags were good with Bortles, man, that was awesome.
Ripping heaters.
What would you be doing, Blake Bortles, if you weren't an NFL quarterback?
We got to get that clip, man. We got to get that clip.
I don't know. Ripping heaters.
Let's end the show with a bit of fantasy advice. Everybody, I've received probably like 30 or 40 fantasy texts this week about like different advice. I helped my instructional coach who has never played fantasy football before. I helped her with her draft.
Oh yeah, I have a friend who lives in Colorado. I help her with the draft every year, and she always dominates.
That's it. Like I'll say, target. Here's my piece of advice for this year, because I think that like the first 3 rounds are basically predetermined. Like everybody knows who's going to go. In some of the mid rounds, stop targeting talent and start targeting depth, which is different. Like it's fundamentally different. When you're targeting stuff, you don't just look at the most talented players for positions like your wide receiver 3, your tight end 2. Don't just look at talent. Look at people that are going to get volume. Okay. Look at people that are going to get volume and stop targeting talent. Stop taking flyers in round 8. Stop taking flyers in round 8. What you need is a good floor. Get a good floor. Joey's right. I mean,
see, this is where I think here's a place you can target value, though. There's 3 receivers for the Bills. Pick one. One might do well, and you're going to get them late.
You'll get them around 10 or 11. That's what I mean. Is like so many people when they get to that, they get just past their starters. They start just targeting people that are like either names or talent, and like it's not that way. Target volume. Target people that are going to get touches. It's the daily fantasy rule. When you're getting that player that's like, yeah, sure, he's 3,800, but he gets 8 looks a game, right? Like, start targeting volume in those middle rounds, and your team will have a better floor.
Like Ladd McConkey last year. Like I was like, Ladd McConkey's going to catch 30 balls because there's no other wide receivers, and that's basically what happened. So
that's what's your advice?
It's I really I'm kind of different than you because you were just talking draft volume versus upside. I don't think you should be afraid of drafting Addison or Rashid Rice, because let me tell you, man, week 6 isn't that deep into the season.
It isn't, and that's when you need to start winning anyway to get hot.
And as someone who has lost a lot of playoffs in my fantasy career, because I have a great team that just can't beat the best team in the freaking division, someone like a Jordan Addison or a Rashid Rice could put you over the top in the late part of the season, which could be really big. So don't be, but that's, you can do that later. I don't know of like big advice. Know your team and know who they're playing.
Know the rules.
Know the rule. Like Jared Goff, for example, right? I think is going to be a really good example this year. He's always been this like unsung hero of the second string quarterback room for fantasy. Well, he's going to be playing outdoors a lot more this year.
He's going to go too high. They're going to start taking Jared Goff round 5, and I'm not targeting him this year. He's going to go too high. Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. Like,
yeah, I mean, like volume players, right? Like Chuba's a great example, right? Chuba Hubbard's a great number 2 running back. So those are good players too to grab, like just those kind of middling running backs that can be in a decent run area to be an RB2 or a good flex each week.
Handcuff your running backs.
Especially if San Francisco.
Handcuff your running backs.
That's a good one. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go for A-Chain, definitely get his backup. If you're going to go for,
don't worry about cutting people week 4. Don't worry about cutting people week 4. Stop playing tight butthole. Cut your dead weight week 4.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like good quarterback or running back handcuffs will definitely be Jacksonville. ETN's always injury prone. A-Chain's always injury prone.
Do not handcuff the Lions. Oh my God! Don't handcuff the Lions. Go with one or the other.
Yeah, McCaffrey is injury prone. Houston, you might be able to get a great, they're like 6th round rookie, or that with Damian Pierce, I think, is their 3rd string running back.
Yeah,
because Nick Chubb could his leg could break game 1, and then all of a sudden you're at their 3rd string running back. You're in an Isaac Guerrero type situation. So really pay attention to the places where, cut everyone. The whole team needs to be cut week 4.
Oh my God, not everybody, just your dead weight, dude. Come on. I've seen so many players like, why? And I'm like, why are you hanging on to him? Like, whoa, he could break out. It's week 4, dude. They haven't done a damn thing. You need a player that's going to get you points.
Yeah, so I'd pay attention to the rooms where there's competition, especially for your late round picks. So obviously, Shedeur Sanders is not a bad, pickup maybe week 5 if
Dylan Gabriel doesn't cut
Dylan
it.
Gabriel, Jackson Dart, any of these backup quarterbacks on these bad teams could be interesting. Any backup running backs on a bad team could be interesting.
Who's your flame out? I already know mine, so.
Will Saquon be as good as he was last year? I don't think he flames out, but I don't think he runs for 2,000 yards. No 2,000-yard running back has ever really bounced back all that well. Jamar Chase, I mean, if the Bengals just lose 6 games off the top of the season, does he quit playing? There's always just random stuff like that.
My flame out, and it is going to be so anti-me, my flame out, and it's not because he's going to have a bad season. I wouldn't draft Derrick Henry.
Too old. Had a bounce back last year. They might be on different stuff this year.
I think they're going to manage his load.
Here's one where everyone claims that he's like basically like team proof. CeeDee Lamb. I don't like CeeDee Lamb this year.
No, even though he did put up numbers even after Dak was gone, I'm low on CD as well. I stay away from anybody on the Arizona Cardinals. I'm not touching with a 10-foot pole. Anybody on the Arizona Cardinals, I'm not touching.
Malik Neighbors is starting the season questionable, and that quarterback room could be crazy. And he's going 9th. I think that's a little early. It's really just players I think that might just be going a little early, like AJ Brown going in, the 2nd round.
And Brown's always nicked too. He's playing nicked, and so is the little guy they have,
DeAndre Smith or whatever.
Yeah, Smith. Yeah, like they're both playing nicked all the time.
AJ Brown scares me in a team that doesn't throw the ball. T. Higgins scares me in the fact that he might not play more than 5 games. Oh God, I mean it could be any. There's just so many. There's a lot of potential for flame out in a lot of the great players last year that you're hoping repeat, like a Saquon, like a Jamar.
That's fair.
It's just really hard for like Saquon, for example. Like you're going to draft him in the top 5, hoping he does what he did the prior year, and there's just no way he runs for 2,000 yards again.
And not even with that offensive line. And it's not because I'm not down on Saquon. But like,
no one's ever done it. Barry's never done it.
He's being
Ricky
drafted.
Never did it. Chris Brown never did it. I mean, every 2,000-yard rusher has never fouled the next season with 200,000 yards rushing.
You mean Chris Johnson?
Chris Johnson, yeah, not Chris Brown.
Barry came close, but
he didn't do it.
Barry's Barry.
And he didn't do it. Barry is Barry Sanders, and he didn't do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just so difficult, especially in this NFL. Defenses change, personnel and strategies every single season, and what worked last year might not work at all for the Eagles this year.
Is your betting bros 1983 or 9183?
9183. My birthday, your birthday, buddy.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I just am now 4 seasons in noticing that.
Yeah, we can take this down. We're getting close to it.
Terrible. Just now noticing that. Hey, college football weekend, and then we'll let them go. Here's my call. OSU 28, Texas 17.
Did you hear what Arch said? Arch asked if they had a target on his back, and he said, no, everyone else has got a red dot from us.
They're going to break that twig in half like he's kindling.
I don't know, man. Texas is good this year. Penn State's good this year. I will say I don't believe in the Penn State one at all.
I don't believe in Indiana. Why is Indiana ranked 20th?
Oh, it's because Cignetti won a bunch of games last year. Good.
They're Indiana. They won't be ranked at the end of the season.
No, I mean, my thing is in the top 25, right? I mean, Michigan's playing the Lobos this week. That'll be fun to see Bryce Underwood go this week.
We'll see what I bet you he hands the ball off more than he throws it for sure.
It's possible. Yeah. Oregon's supposedly down this year, which is kind of interesting. I saw someone saying that Oregon might only win 9 games this year, if not less.
Oregon's gonna be a hard call, as is USC.
Some people have Florida at 8 wins just because of the difficulty of their division.
Yep.
Texas A&M is the most expensive team in football, and they're only ranked 19th.
And people are high on Texas A&M.
LSU could easily flame out. Brian Kelly is not a good Southern coach.
You watch it. There will be no ill saying of Brian Kelly on this show.
I realize that I have 2 national championships in my alma mater because of Brian Kelly, but I think he's met his match in LSU. I don't think he has any interest in their family.
He's won everywhere he goes, man. Come on now.
I don't think he wins at LSU. I think LSU flames out this year, and they start against Clemson, and Clemson's supposed to be great this year. Clemson
I don't. Steve doesn't watch, but don't tell him. I think Clemson's going to win the national championship.
Ole Miss has a great quarterback. He could be a Heisman candidate.
Look at what Ryan said. Northwestern wins the Big Ten. Come on.
Even when they were good, they only won 8 games. I like Northwestern.
Michigan State, just with Aiden Childs, Michigan State stands a better chance of winning the Big Ten than Northwestern does.
Michigan State did win the Big Ten.
I mean, this year, just because of Aiden Childs. That's I was going over, and MSU might win 7 games this year. I'm pretty excited about that. I
will say Michigan being ranked 14th feels a little high.
That defense, dude. That they only lost 2 or 3 starters. That defense.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the betting community that think Sherrone Moore is just a shitty coach.
He is not Jim Harbaugh, and that's the problem.
Let me tell you how many are Jim Harbaugh.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Connor Stallions wrote a manifesto. God damn it!
All right, we're getting long-winded. You guys are great. Tune in every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Right?
Yeah, but yeah, for sure. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. It might change in the winter. I think I do some tax nights actually in the winter. Yeah. So, but we'll figure that out. It's fine. But we're planning on Wednesday for now. It's a good day for both of us. Yeah, and obviously, thanks for the attendance. We had a good group of people watching today. We had Joe, we had Ryan, we had Mick. Yep. We had a good group of guys. I know my mom was there. Vicky and Craig were out there. Shout out. So, love everybody. I'm glad to see you guys. We'll be back next week. There's a bet to pay off. There's a bet to pay off from last week that I just rewatched our last show from last year. I apparently owe you. So that'll be interesting too. So we'll see you guys. Next Wednesday.